Thanksgiving in Ghana. I'm so excited. Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday, and as a Ghanaian American living in Ghana, I am going to celebrate it. It's not recognized by the country, but I will be observing it and hosting my first Friendsgiving at my house amongst my loved ones, my friends, and my colleagues, and I really am excited. What I'm bringing to this holiday here in Ghana is the fellowship amongst family, amongst friends, a delicious meal, games, laughter, just bonding with your community, with your people, with your tribe. And I'm so looking forward to it.
So I recently did an interview about countries begging for Black travelers, and I was on there talking about Ghana. Ghana is very welcoming. If you're like a first-time investor, Ghana gives you the ability to create wealth, right? Because the prices are so low, you don't need a mortgage. And typically in the States, we kind of shop around for the lowest interest rates. You don't have to worry about that here. I also like the fact that it's an English-speaking country. So although, they speak Tree, and although there's cultural nuances, I like the fact that at some point we can get meeting of the minds and speaking in English. So therefore, we're all on the same page. And then I would also say I like the exchange rates. The dollar stretches far here, so that helps out when it's time to get material or even furniture or whatever the case is. So if you're a first-time investor and you're looking for a beginner-friendly market, I would definitely tell you Ghana is a place that you should consider. So you're coming to Ghana for Steadily December. Amazing. But between the parties and the concert, what if you could actually use this trip to move your property dream forward? Second, just schedule one conversation with someone who knows the process. I'm not talking about a salesperson who's trying to close a deal before you fly out. I mean someone who will give you straight answers about the timeline, real costs, and what you should actually expect. Here's a pro tip. You're getting ready to get on this flight when you come to Ghana, and if you're coming from the States, it's going to be a long ride. All it takes is good planning. This way you can have the best of both worlds.
Mamia Yehuna Otahonomi. Metadi me video ever to me channel is ye bana or ye African American. Watana aye America buchi me wache ye pa or ye estate developer. Na mami utimuse senkawa magan hasi no moa. Anka waye no hu ye pa echide se. Mami sabi etiem me ankasa betumi de me sa esi me bo akasa se. Mami akwa kwaye obiti se. Akwasi besnata na se me kase akwasi besnata etwi kasa mudo ye pa na mame nkyere ase kakra on se akwaye se wako oman bi mu foforo na onim oman no mu ye na afi all of a sudden wa bebe hu oman no mu kura ye asen omo a omfiri oman no enye sa pepe ana mame oda ho no mu sisi wakoye obi a oye oho wa be hu Ghana ha esen se de Ghana fo ye mpukrai wa hase no se de si Ghana hase no mo aye mame and ne amina wo kase eye ni real estate business ya na orane ewo eye America buchi memo no mami etu asesa ni nkuku nkaka nyina free America buchi memo abe settle down ha no mo a eye Ghana ha ana sesi no eye ni real estate business mo ye wo ha se no mo a sesi sika mami enya sika mami esesa ewo Ghana ha se no mo osesenka eye America buchi memo krana aganya de obetunya hede ameki sesika Nebusia, Mammy, nay, some who don't so, and near my air coso, a Ghana hanging on. Oh, what was sounds airca, and the chile a ye African Americans who do a ye America butch memo, and the abro for 4 hour do or monso a butch memo. And they said you will see the Ghana one dance, said the chill was a Ghana has in a Ghana, and you, my papa, Ghana has Sikawa hotel, and good security near the Waham near them, Nebusia. And some who do a mammy or the honor, even though December will cry home crown, a ye African Americans a hodua, and the ablofuya or mobagan hasilum, a foot tunic guidelines a hodua a ye mammy, or the Emma woman. Hewsia, and some way ye pa, na young boom, na yin tear mammy, and some hodua or can, said in the business he taken within the do, and let impact a hodua on soa, a yen casse. I'm making a grofobidon so as a trauma my braboma and untino, or munina so. Abagana hasia or my big investment a hold of the donor Ghana.
I know a lot of you are coming over for Steadily December, so I figure I would answer this question honestly. In my personal opinion, Ghana is definitely safe. I can move around even at night and not have to worry about anything, and that says a lot coming from Brooklyn. You know, the one thing that I do like about Ghana is it's community centric. Everybody looks out for each other, and it just feels honestly really safe. And if you hear anything otherwise, more than likely it's propaganda. 2 months ago, I landed in Ghana with 6 suitcases and one big dream. But now it's time to unpack the reality. From the time I decided last year to now, you've seen it all. The stress of leaving New York City, the joy of touching down in Ghana, even my chaotic first weeks finding a gym and hairstylist. But here's what you haven't seen. The real reason why I came. I didn't come here just for the beaches, although it's very beautiful. I came here to build legacy, literally. For 25 years, I help Americans build wealth through real estate. Now here, I'm a Ghana-based developer. But this time, my focus is for first-time investors who are looking to get started in a beginners-friendly market, especially those that look like me. And if you ever thought about owning land and just unsure how to get started, what's the first thing you should do? Stick with me because I'm going to be documenting my whole process, the real, like the good, the bad, and everything in between. So starting now, you'll see raw clips of me learning Ghana's real estate game, unfiltered costs, mistakes, and hopefully wins. Still a sprinkle of Accra life because balance. Balance is one of those things that I did not have when I was in the States. Here, I'm embracing smelling the roses versus in New York City, rushing to the corner just to get to a red light. This isn't a watch me flex show. This is a let's learn together journey. If you ever wonder about buying land abroad or building passive income in Africa or seeing if I can survive being here, stick around because it's about to get real. Yeah, what's the word about it?
On our back, Ghana feeling like Libya.
As an entrepreneur living in Ghana, I currently have 3 businesses that I am focused on or running here in Ghana. One is I am an owner of East Lagoon Aquatic Studio. So it is a pool that I've built with my business partner. We teach people how to swim. We also have leisure swim. People can come and just swim at their own leisure. So that's one business. 2, me and my sister built this beautiful house you see back there. And so we rent out rooms. We have 4 units that we rent out. Currently, all 4 units are rented out. Praise God. What a blessing and what a great investment. And 3, I also teach wellness classes. I teach yoga classes, yoga for adults, yoga for kids. And I actually have 4 businesses. And I do weekend activities for kids, the Sunshine Club. So those are the businesses that I have started since moving here in Ghana. All of them are going so well. Millionaire status, here we go. Let's go. Thanksgiving in Ghana, I'm so excited. Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday, and as a Ghanaian American living in Ghana, I am going to celebrate it. It's not recognized by the country, but I will be observing it and hosting my first Friendsgiving at my house amongst my loved ones, my friends, and my colleagues, and I really am excited. What I'm bringing to this holiday here in Ghana is the fellowship amongst family, amongst friends, a delicious meal, games, laughter, just bonding with your community, with your people, with your tribe. And I'm so looking forward to it. Here in Ghana, everybody and their mama got a business. And that's one of the things that I love about living in this country is the entrepreneurship spirit. 9 times out of 10, most of the people I meet, whether they're locals or they expats, they have a business here, and it's beautiful. I must say, coming here has really increased my business skills. It's made me a more go-getter and thinking about, okay, how can I turn this into a business? What is a service or problem that I can fix, that I can provide service and help my community? And I just love it. So if you're thinking about moving to Ghana and you're thinking about starting your own business, this is a great country to do that in.
Hey guys, it's Jim here. So I am back from my trip today. I went up into the Apollonia area to look at some land for some clients. And and I actually found something. And the great thing is with networking with people, and in that area, property for land can range anywhere from 50,000 to 100,000 Ghana cedis per plot. But because just networking with people and say, hey, help me out. I got some clients that looking for some land. Can you give us a discount? And that's what they did. Just trusting that me as an agent, that I can also bring them other buyers to help them sell their land or their other properties. What I've learned so much being here in Ghana and doing business, it's all about building relationships with people and building trust. It's very important, whatever business that you do. And once you understand that, you will get far. Definitely get far here in Ghana, because it is a network system. Everything that we do here is a network system as far as doing real estate. For once, I want everybody to know that as a real estate agent, I have no MLS system here. So in order for me to find properties, I have to go through multiple websites, network with other agents, looking in different posts. So for one, it does take a bit of time to find properties and to find land, and just talking to people and getting that system going of, hey, what you got? And then they'll randomly send me stuff. Hey, I got this over here. So it's definitely a network system. So anything that you do, especially here in Ghana, you need a team. And that team will work for you. And there's no I in anything here. Even just going out to talk and do business, I generally will have someone with me, and generally a local person, because one, I don't fully speak the language, and two, I always like for someone to be aware of what's going on in the conversations, because we know a lot of times the conversations, they'll start off talking English and then they'll switch up and start speaking in a language. And me as an American, I want to know everything that's going on, especially when doing business. And, even though we have conversations and I'm like, hey, can you please just continue speaking in English so I understand everything? So it's important to be bold in what you do. But then when you're with a bunch of people, they are very respectful, and they will find themselves reverting back to English so I can understand. So those are some of the things that you deal with here in Ghana, where I am currently when doing business. So I'm putting out this little bit of information because these are like little things on a day-to-day basis. A lot of people are coming, they want to register a business, they want to do business here in Ghana, but doing everyday business in Ghana, it can be a challenge. But it doesn't always have to be. One, I would say pack your patience, pack it good, and know that there are going to be challenges, and there's going to be things that you're not used to and not accustomed to, but don't expect all of that to change overnight. Just because that's what you're used to. You know what I'm saying? We are experiencing a different culture. And I think that's really important for us to understand, because, it's simple. We get here, we register our business, we get our branding, we get our logo and everything. But the most important thing that you have to deal with is people. Communication is the key. Communication is everything. You guys know that. You got to be able to communicate, and you got to have patience communicating with people, especially when they're speaking a different language than you are. And sometimes, even if they are speaking language, I find myself that I have to slow down my language. Yes, I'm from the East Coast. We tend to talk fast, So I have to realize, even me speaking English, they can't sometimes understand. So it's just being aware. Awareness is very important. Awareness will give you peace, because once you're aware of, other people and aware of yourself and how you're acting and what you're putting out there, it becomes less stressful, because now you can make a conscious decisions like, okay, I need to slow down my language. Okay, I understand that their concept of time is different from mine. Those are the things that we have to think about when we're doing business. The other big thing is documentation. As foreigners, as Americans, as a real estate agent, everything is about documentation. Everything needs to be writing. Here, that's not always the case. They do a lot of verbal agreements. So getting them to understand, hey, this is how we do business. This is how we're going to do business the correct way, because this is what's going to protect us all, right? So again, it goes back to communication when you're doing business and letting people know what your standards are. And you know what? If they don't want to comply to your standards, then you just go about your business and work with someone else, because it's not worth the headache. Don't change who you are just to go along, especially when these things that you're doing are, one, legal. That's what you're supposed to be doing. And you're setting standards for yourself. And generally, you're going to end up setting standards for them as well. They're going to see how you do business. And then they're going to try to mirror that, because as we come here as...
My name is Jennifer Williams, and I'm based in London, UK. But I'm originally from Trinidad and Tobago. I was watching Koriwa's channel. I saw her trials and tribulations, and when she bought land, I sort of had confidence and faith in her. So, I mean, I've seen many opportunities to buy land, but I never bought it. But the minute I sort of like, yep, I'm buying this land. The package is catered for people who wanted to either buy cash or pay over a period of time, and that was fine for me, and I thought, yep, I'm gonna buy it. No hesitation. The process of buying was relatively straightforward. You sign, you send papers. We speak directly with the people in the office, and there's always somebody ready to run down to side. The response is normally very good. So I think if you're looking for somewhere you can see greenery and mountains, I think Select Estate caters to those people who want to flip land and do things like that. If you're looking for a home, Select Estate probably caters to that as well.
Thank you very much for this. We really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank
you're
you.
welcome.
My name is Janice. I'm from New York.
My name is Lenore, and I'm from New York.
The tours have been fantastic. Nice pace. We were able to see what we came to see. And so far, so good. And the food is excellent.
I can't explain to you the first time being in Ghana. And on the motherland, this is phenomenal. Nana and Kim have been wonderful hosts, as well as all the people we have met on the way.
And that's good. What's up, yo?
Hey.
What's up? You want to say something?
Hi, y'all need to come to Ghana. We have had a great time. Nana has been a great host, and we would love for you to come visit us on our next trip to Ghana.
Can you put the thing together? Not me. It was you. Hey, thank you for bringing me on board, yeah?
Absolutely.
We appreciate your time with us. And all we say is that safe flight back home. It was an amazing time hosting the two of you. I really miss you.